and Sunday night came and I noticed that she wasn't leaving, like, to get ready to take the kids home and, get them ready for school or whatever. So she wasn't, like, leaving. And I'm not saying nothing, I'm not saying nothing like, this don't mean nothing. This don't make, maybe she just want to be up under me another night. This don't mean nothing. And that she was, we had a good time, like for real. And that morning came, she took the kids to school and she came back as if she lived there. She came back to the house. And once again, I didn't have a problem with that. But she kind of, we talked and she was telling me what was going on in her life and her situation, and it was bothering her. So I did not have the room at my apartment for the extra people, like, to just live there. But I told her she can come. Just, you already here, just, get your little basket of clothes, whatever. Your TV, that's all she has, a basket of clothes. Everybody had their own basket and one TV. That was it. And then she had a car. We rode around. I helped her get a car. Like, I was just, riding around looking for one. And she finally landed one and she got her own vehicle. So that's why she was coming over more, because she had transportation. But yeah, so we had a talk and I was like, yeah, just I guess just stay here, like, until you, like, figure it out or whatever. And she did. And I'm not gonna lie, like, she really wasn't in my way. She really didn't bother me. Like, she was cooking, she was cleaning, she was making everybody sit. She's making full course meals. Like, she was really carrying her weight. She was making we were sitting at tables eating, laughing, and talking. I'm just sitting back looking like, my kids really like them. My kids really fuck with them. And her kids, everybody just fuck with everybody. And I'm like, I like this. So my lease was up and I couldn't sign a new lease. And so I went out and I started looking for a place. So I started looking for a house. And we decided to get a house together. Like, and mind you that, yes, we were together. We had made it official. We were in a relationship together. And, yeah, so I got a place. It was a 4-bedroom house. And, we all moved in. I'm talking about life has changed tremendously for everybody. Like, I went from an apartment to a house. She went from no house to a nice ass house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a newer modeled house. Like, like, she came from I'm not going to say where she came from, but she wasn't used to the shit that I was showing her at all. She wasn't used to it. And the kids wasn't used to it. Like, everybody was just happy. It was just a change for everybody. Everybody was happy. So, a year later, I'll take y'all a year later, she asked me to marry her. And in my mind, I've been proposed to twice. And I was like, I'm not. Hell no, I ain't about to marry. I knew in my mind that I was not about to marry nobody. Like, but when she asked me, something was different. I was like, I felt like she was far from everybody I ever dated. She came in my life and, she making me better. She's, cooking, cleaning, got me up doing stuff, and I enjoy doing these new things. We going to the gym, we working out. We're doing this whole diet thing together. We supporting each other on it. We, you know what I'm saying? We just taking trips and stuff and everything was nice. Now, I'm not going to say that she didn't play her part in the relationship or the marriage. She played her part. I'm not saying she was a bad person or she wasn't shit. She played her part. She did what she had to do. She paid what she had to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this time, she was a good person. So we moved in this house and she asked me to marry her and I said, yeah. It was around COVID time and we actually got married June the 4th, 2020. June the 4th, 2020. Hold on. I should have had this, but I on with me before I did this. But a lot of people don't think we were really married because lesbians claim shit that's not true. They claim, oh, let me ask my wife, and they don't really be married. They just a status. Like, I've never been that kind of person, but if you couldn't see it, like we are really married through the state of Alabama marriage certificate. We We married for real. And we got married in Villa Rica, Georgia, but because they didn't allow it in Georgia at the time, something that Georgia had going on to where we could do it in Alabama. But they did the paperwork for us. You know, we went to City Hall, got it done. I don't know how much it cost, like, shit, $20. It cost $20 and over $3,000 to divorce, but we're gonna get into that.